بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. حياكم الله يا شباب. اليوم إن شاء الله راح نعمل revision for exams for grade 11. Okay, starting first by vocabulary. الفوكابولاري يا شباب, the first sections here as we have seen in class. عندنا كلمة تمشي مع in وكلمة مع on. These are prepositions, so they need to be learned by heart. عندنا هالمجموعة هي of the word that worked with in, and the other side worked with on. And then, for example, here in the exam, the same word here they will be in the exam. Or yeah, I am awfully sorry because I didn't answer your call. I was عندنا كلمة hurry. I had an important interview. يعني الكلمة اللي تحدد which from the following fit in is الكلمة اللي بعد الفراغ. اوكي, الكلمة اللي بعد الفراغ هي اللي تحدد اي واحدة من هالأربعة اللي نختاره. فعندنا هنا كلمة in a hurry. مين تمشي معها؟ تمشي معها أكيد in. Number 2, I am not the mood for a cup of coffee. I want to sleep early tonight. فأكيد الإجابة شنو تكون in the mood for. أكيد. عندنا رقم 3, what did you say to her? She was the verge of crying here. So عندنا كلمة the verge of crying, أي واحدة تمشي معها in, on, off, or away. أي واحدة it's on the verge of. رقم 4, are you looking for something particular? So particular here, which one from the 4 options work with it? It's in, of course, in particular. We have here, I am leading today's discussions behalf of the manager. Which one work with behalf? It's on behalf. Now number 6, who is in charge of the company? كلمة يلا in charge, of course. And then do not talk to me like that. Public, in public. Now we have this list of words that work with take, and then take after, take off, take over, take on, and take down. Take after means يشبه. Take off معناها تقلع الطائرة, when the plane is taking off يعني تطلع يعني شيء يقلع من الأرض from the ground. Here is take over معناها يكون يتولى مسؤولية أو يسيطر على. take on يتحمل مسؤولية شيء, and take down ينزل شيء من فوق لتحت. Okay, we have the first sentence. You cannot take responsibility for the whole event alone. So which one from work here? You cannot take over. Number 2, it's hard to take the company in just a month. It's hard to take over as well the company in just 1 month. So number 3, our plane took an hour late. Our company took off, of course, an hour late. We have here now another list of words that work with get, and then a get away means يهرب, get along with means يتأقلم, get by يتخطى أزمة أو يدبر أموره, and get around to يجد الوقت, or get through meaning يتواصل or connect with someone else. And then at home, for example, number 1, I hope I will get to washing my father's cars. Of course, it's going to be I get around. يعني أحصل وقت عشان أغسل سيارة أبوي. And then الحين I really get with my coworkers. We are a great team. So the answer is get along. يعني أتأقلم مع زملائي في العمل. The thief managed to get before the police arrived. So أكيد get away يهرب. And then after several tries, I finally got to customer service. Get through, تواصلت, أقدر أتصل مع customer service, خدمة العملاء. I don't speak French, but I can get by when I travel to Paris. That's it. And then we need to fill in the gap. So, do you get along your neighbor? Do you get along with your neighbor? And then sometimes it is not easy to get to teenagers, to get through to teenagers. We have here, I can get with my basic knowledge of computers. I can get by with my basic knowledge. يعني أقدر أدبر أموري مع الأساسيات مع الحاسوب. رقم 4, she tried to get with lying. She tried to get away يعني تفر مع الكذب. Or I never got around to watching that film you recommended. So هذول الكلمات اللي نستعملوهم مع get. These are known as a collocation. So we have here another list of words that we have seen already in class. We have marine species meaning that كائنات بحرية, ecosystem واللي هو نظام بيئي, delicate وهو شيء هش ورقيق يعني is breakable يعني شيء قابل للكسر. We have pose a threat معناه يطرح تحديا, predators meaning الحيوانات المفترسة, the food chain سلسلة غذائية أو الغذائية على مدى. بري معناها فريسة, biodiversity وهو التنوع الحيوي. Okay, going now to the first sentence. Every species play a role in its ecosystem, of course. يعني كل حيوان أو كل كائن يلعب دوره في النظام البيئي. We have some hunting groups like wolves. So some predators يعني بعض الحيوانات المفترسة. يعني تصطاد بجماعة. So coral reefs are easily damaged. Of course are delicate. عندنا هون كلمة easily damaged. So okay, small fish are for many marine animals, are prey for marine animals. The last one here, in a food chain, energy flows from plant to predators. We have here the list of words. عندنا threat معناها تبقى معي. عندنا threat معناها خطر. decrease معناها ينقص. effect تأثير. reason سبب. advantage واللي هي من بين المميزات أو المحاسن. solution وهو الحل. importance الأهمية. need الحاجة. damage ضرر أو increase واللي هو الزيادة. عندنا الجملة رقم 1. the lecture was about the pollution has on our life. معناها المحاضرة كانت عن تأثير effect تبع التلوث على حياتنا. عندنا people keep telling me there is a for change but I think everything is just fine the way it is. يعني هون شنو المعنى تبع الكلمة يا شباب؟ شنو الإجابة هي a need for change. Number 3 here, there has been in the number of people using the cars that get to work. More and more people are using public transport on their bikes. So a decrease زيادة في الناس اللي عم تستعمل decrease يعني نقصان في عدد الناس اللي عم تستعمل السيارات. فالناس صارت تستعمل public transport. Okay, my house has the of being close to the station. It's very convenient. Has the advantage. My boss was so pleased with the increase in the sale that decided to give me a pay rise. The main what? For inviting you all here today is to thank you for your support. Is the main reason here. The biggest threat to these bird habitat is the destruction of the forest for farming here. رقم 8, I would like to point out of recycling, the importance of recycling, and did the storm do much what damage to your roof? Jason believed that he has found a solution to your problem. Okay, now and then another word that work with another list of words that work with under and over, and then underrated. غير مقدر بما يستحق. We have the on the other side. We have overrated مبالغ في تقديره. We have undercooked غير ناضج. عندنا overcooked يعني ناضج زيادة عن اللزوم. underused معناه شيء مستخدم بما فيه الكفاية. overused مستخدم بشكل مفرط. overhanded يتم اصطياد الشيء بشكل مفرط. underfeed we have ناقص تغذية. and overfed معناها مفرط في التغذية. عندنا underestimated معناه تم التقليل من قدره. overestimated معناه مبالغ في تقديره. undercharged تم تحصيل رسوم أقل من اللازم. overcharged معناها فرض رسوم أكثر من اللازم. underpaid معناها يتقاضى أقل مما يستحق. and overpaid معناها يتقاضى أجر أكثر من اللازم. We need to complete the sentence below with the word either over, under, or over to form a compound word. We have, I think the book is rated to me. The story is nothing new, so the book is overrated. I don't think that some football players should be earning so much money. They are paid for the work they do, of course. Okay, رقم 3, they're not underestimating how much time you need to get there. You mustn't be late. We have in Britain many people. So here they are. So in Britain, many people tend to overuse the word. And going back to the sentence number 2, of course, it's going to be overpaid. Okay, now sentence number 5, the vegetables are undercooked. They are too soft. You should not undercharge people. You offer a very good service that is worth paying for. We have here the following. After watching the award-winning film, it's clear that it was overrated. Medical staff claim that they were, especially when they were fighting coronavirus, meaning that they were underpaid. She was when she was buying some souvenirs from Paris, man, she was overcharged. We have here the chicken it's still pink inside, is undercooked. The storm impact was badly underestimated, and the animals at the shelter looked sick and underfed, of course. Number 4, and the nurses are often underpaid. This is for going back to number 3. We were, so we went back to pay the difference. We were undercharged, so we went back to pay the difference. The last pack here, we have that movie was totally overrated. It wasn't that good. He's definitely overpaid for a little work he does, and babies should not be overfed. It can cause discomfort. Tigers are endangered because they have been overhunted. The word literally is one of the most overused words in English. Okay, other meaning, other word we have appalling, صادم or pleasing, مفرح, صار, disgusting, مقرف, alarming, مزعج أو محذر. Disappointing معناها محبط, depressing, محبط كمان. We have embarrassing, محرج, confusing, مربك ومحير, appalled, منصدم, pleased, مسرور, disgust, يشعر بالقرف, alarm, محذرين, disappointed, شعر بالإحباط, depressed, embarrassed, and confused. Here you should make difference between the word ending with ing and the word ending with ed. Each word could have its own meaning and it can be used differently. This is already seen in class in page, I think, book page 71 or 71. So we have Jennifer was appealing, Warlaw was appealed that children behave so badly. So of course it was appealing. I woke up to the pleasing sound of singing birds. What is that? This cast smell or alarm or alarming? Alarm. Do not be disappointing that you did not pass. A lot of people fail their first driving test. We have that was a very embarrassing. I'm not going back to there again. I'm even more confusing. Now, can you repeat that? Sue is feeling a little depressed. Let's call her. We have they were which one here appealed by the news of the disaster. The meal was pleased. The meal was pleasing to the eye and to the taste. I was disgusted by the rude way they treated the waiter. The match ended in a disappointing draw. Some of the questions in the exam were confusing. All right, now let's move a bit more forward, and there is a set of words that can end with suffixes ion, Asian, or meant. I don't know, for example, number one, disappoint. Losing the last match of the long career came as a huge disappointment, of course. Number two, I'm sorry, sir, but we have no record of the cancellation of your booking. Is it my imagination, or does it feel colder inside than outside today? Well, now the artist inspiration, we have no motivation. The last one here, achievements, connections, and preventions. Okay, here I like fill in the following spaces with the correct form of the word in brackets. We have teachers play a key role in building student motivation to learn. His failures in the exam was a big disappointment to his parents. We have she found inspiration in her grandmother's life story. We have there is a strong connection between health and happiness. Education plays a key role in crime prevention. We have his imagination turn a simple idea into a beautiful painting. Every small achievement brings you closer to your goal, and the cancellation of the flight upset many passengers. Okay, here there is other word that end that with aliveyaous, able or able here, as is already mentioned in classroom here. So last weekend I found a dasti. So the word كلمة dast, we need to put it a Y at the end. Old book about Arab inventors in my grandfather's library. So last night match result was so predictable. We won so easily. This is the most humorous film I have ever watched. Another 30 homemade their residents leave the hotel immediately. Arabic is becoming a global language due to the great participation of the Arab scientists. So Qatar has participated a lot in providing educational opportunities for a lot of children around the world. So internet connection is accessible to everyone in the Al-Andalus education complex. It is risky to buy a car without Mr. Muhammad's precious advice. The government accepts financial donation to help the people in Gaza. It is advisable to get used to sleep early. Okay, now we have this word. He combines with and passion, which makes him outstanding writer. The anti-smoking campaign had a quick impact on young people. We have compared to celebrities, teachers and doctors are underpaid. The last one here is the Qatari educational system is good model to follow for some countries. It gives you a sense of achievements if you actually make it to the end of a very long book. Now it's time to hit to grammar here. Question number 1. As I was studying in my room yesterday evening, my father a documentary. And then هون كل جملة فيها 2 verbs. The number 1 is was studying. So the second one should be as well because there is 2 verbs in the past that happen in the same time. We have number 2. I received an urgent phone call while I on the project. عندنا the same goes. هنا كان عندنا فعلين in the past. That one was going on and the second one cat in the middle. يعني في واحد كان مستمر والثاني قطع عليه. of course إجابة will be was going. في الأول حط واحد في past progressive والثاني في past simple. We have this here. Mariam's phone rang twice while we were watching, of course, the movie in the cinema. So when Fahd here yesterday loud bang, he was reading the newspaper. And then he too heard, of course, Abdullah shop in the mall. Abdullah was shopping here. And then while he was helping his father, Abdullah received a message from his cousin. So Ali was silenced as Muhammad was reciting Quran. But now he does not meet them at all. Salim was watching TV when his cousin paid him a visit. Okay, so when Ahmed was jobless, he used to visit his uncle every week. And then Nasser, what he do? He used to ride a bike to school when he was in primary stage. In the past, I would stay hours playing video games. And then as I was driving to the shop, I realized that I had no money on me. And then while a burglar to break into the house, my neighbor called the police, who came and arrested him. And then while the burglar was trying to break the house. And then while Zayed شنو كان يسوي زايد was watching لأن الثاني كان الثاني ولا he received a phone call. And then while Thani was having lunch, his cousin was playing a video game. But now as I was going downstairs, I slipped and hurt my leg here. And then I'll now rewrite the sentences using the word in bracket here. My father always walked to school when he was a child. We need to put used to inside this sentence. So it's become my father used to walk to school when he was a child. Okay, we always won football matches when we were in secondary school. We need to put used to, so it's become we used to win football matches. When he was a teenager, he always rode a bike for long hours round to the town. We need to put would, so when he was a teenager, he would ride a bike. So it's very easy. We wanted to participate in the race, but our car broke down. We need to put going to, so it's become we were going to participate in the race, but our car broke down. And then Abdullah wanted to visit the Tower of London, but he ran out of time. Abdullah was going to visit the Tower of London, but he ran out of time. And then Abdullah wanted to buy a new car, but he chose to redecorate his old house. Need to put going to, so Abdullah was going to buy a new car, but he chose to redecorate his house. Abdulaziz planned to order a meal from KFC, but he remembered the boycott. So Abdulaziz was going to order a meal, but he remembered the boycott. عندنا هون يا شباب circle the correct answer. Last week we traveled since we have an indication in the past. على طول eating. رقم 2 last year my father bought. Verb buy in the infinitive form becomes bought in the past. We have here when by the time we get to the airport our plane Our plane had left, so we had to take the next flight here. So by the time the window, the thief had run away in car. So by the time she left. Okay, so I'm gonna correct the verb in brackets. So presentation on the research after he had finished it. So it gave a presentation. So before Jassim went out, he had done some work on his laptop. By 6 o'clock yesterday, Hamad had finished cooking. Before Abdullah began at the theaters, the play had begun. Okay, there is a mistake in here. I need to correct it. We have before Abdullah arrived. You should be attentive. Before Abdullah arrived to the theaters, the play had begun. I think after Muhammad had exercise, he went to the recreation center. All right. Here, under the same sentence here, after Muhammad had exercised, he went to the recreation center. By the time Ghanim arrived home, his father had left. By 2022, the whole world had offered free vaccination against coronavirus. She had left by the time her uncle arrived. The thief had escaped by the time the police arrived. While they were sleeping, someone knocked the door. We were talking about Ali. He appeared out of nowhere. We have, whenever I went on holiday, I always looked for a quiet beach resort to relax in. Okay, now عندنا أي واحدة نختاره. Since they did not like each other, they always fight over trivial things. And then هون, although they did not like each other, they have never had a fight over anything. Each كلمة يا شباب عندها its own meaning and its specific use. And then هون in spite of the bad weather, يعني after in spite of, because of, due to, هو لازم نستعمل الnoun or ing form. بعد الكلمة البقية مثلا since, although نستعمل subject زائد verb. اللي بعده, due to the bad weather, we called the meeting off. عندنا هون the village was so isolated that it took us 2 days on foot to reach it. So it was such an isolated village that it took us 2 days on foot to reach. And then you must study for many years in order to become a vet. He was very careful not to fall when he was climbing the tree. So he was very careful so as not to fall when. And finish the sentence. It was such an impressive view that everybody stopped to admire it. The view was so impressive, that everybody stopped to admire it. I bought extra clothes because I did not want to get cold at night. I bought extra clothes so that I did not get cold at night. We have here, going back to modal verbs. Some verbs express ability, like can in the past could. And it's easy for Abdullah to climb mountains. So Abdullah can climb the mountains easily. It was impossible for Ahmed to travel to London last summer because he had no money. So Ahmed could not travel to London. And it is the prohibitions, not allowed. And a mustn't can't plus infinitive. It is forbidden to use the car horn in this area. So it becomes you mustn't use the car horn. It is not allowed to smoke inside the mall, so you cannot smoke inside. We have deductions and the subject plus must or can plus infinitive. I don't know if Muhammad attended the French class, so Muhammad may or might attend the French class here or French classes. I am not sure if she won the gold medal or not. She could have won the gold medal. We have it is necessary to go through the brochure before checking it. Use must here, so to become you must go through the brochures. In the past, it was compulsory to have a license to go camping. Here, it had to be compulsory. Lack of necessity, it could be expressed by it's necessary for Ali to go through the brochures before checking in. It's become Ali needn't go through the brochures. It's another word, sentence. It is not compulsory to have a license to go camping. So it becomes you don't have to have a license here. It's advisable to go on picnic for extra exams. It become you had better go on picnic, and you don't have you don't give your studies your best shot here. It's become you ought to give your studies your best shot here. You would like to get out of class during the lesson. Start become may I get out of class? And the last word here, you wanna borrow the English book from your friend. It become could I borrow your English book? For a polite request here, I want you to turn on the AC for me, please. So it's become could you turn on the AC? You want your friend to lend you the English book. It becomes can you lend me the English book? So look at the information screen, our flight here. So everything can be used to reflect on the future. Since we have time that is referred to the schedule, it becomes we use the present simple. So it becomes takes off. So our train to hurry up, Jassim. So this is a very near future. It's about to leave. We have my best to get the best mark. I promise. Since we have a promise or warn or threats or anything that will happen spontaneously in the future, we use will. So by the time we get to the meeting, Mr. Jassim will have arrived. So by the end of the month, we will have been living in Qatar. The last one here, this is the next this time next week I will be traveling to Maldives in vacation with my family. Since we have here this time next week, Fahad will be attending. Akid will be Zaid ING, his graduation ceremony from Cambridge University. So watch out, you will fall off the bike. The road is dangerously wet. So my father has already booked a flight to London. Since we have an arrangement in the future, it's gonna be traveling. Now in sentence number 10, gonna be I am meeting my father at the airport tomorrow at 6 p.m. Arrangement in the future. Look at the ski. It is cloudy. It is going to rain. We have here prediction with evidence. Look at the ski. It is clear. It's going to be hot today. Always like this. It is let's say prediction توقعات مع أدلة. Now we go to the reading sections. As we already explained in class, you need to read the text at least one time to fully understand it and pick up the right answer for question number 1, which always say which of the following could be the best title of the above text. After reading the text, we come across the last one here, how life has become faster in the modern age. I don't know which of the following is closest in meaning to the underlined word accessible in paragraph 2. So here in this actions, we need to go back to paragraph number 2, read the sentence, and then pick out the correct word. Let's read it all together. And after paragraph رقم 2 كل يكتبها معي. Modern technologies have revolutionized communication, making it faster, more efficient, and accessible. ايش معنى كلمة accessible يا شباب؟ In this section we have 4 options. عندنا boring يعني ممل and handy يعني غير متاح, reachable يعني متاح, interesting يعني شيء مثير للاهتمام. Of course it's gonna be C, reachable. So based on paragraph 2, what role did smartphone play in making life easier? So we need to go back to the paragraph 2 and read to find out that the answer is D. So the role that a smartphone played in making life easier, they made it easy to communicate with loved ones. Okay, concerning this question, read the text again and decide if the statement below are true, false, or not given here. True meaning that the sentence exists completely, or the idea exists in the text. False meaning that there is a misinterpretation of the idea, meaning that the text said something and here there should be something else. And not given, it is coming outside from the text. So modern technologies made it easy to keep in touch with loved ones. This is true. Robots will do dangerous jobs for human. This is not given. This has not been mentioned in the text. We have question number 5 from paragraph 3. Mention 2 benefits of the evolution of transportations. We need to go back to paragraph 3 and pick out the right answer. Be careful on this. You don't have to write the full paragraph. Write only the sentence. So in this case, easier commute and travel. Benefit number 2 is air travel more accessible. And then at question number 6, from paragraph 4, mention 2 examples of how our homes turn to be smart. And then رقم 1, smart appliance and voice control devices. We need to do the same for the reading passage number 2. Read the text and answer question number 1 as it can be a live challenge in the past. الحين عندنا كلمة underlined وهي laborious. We need to go back to paragraph number 2 and really to find out that it's hard. According to paragraph number 2, was hindered the quality of life in the past. Of course, it's going to be the limited access to facilities. And then concerning daily chores, the quality of life was good. This is false. What about the quality of life will improve in the near future? This is not given. From paragraph 3, mention 2 signs of the lack of healthcare. رقم 1 هي low life expectancy. Sign number 2, the lack of trained doctors. ورقم 3 from paragraph 4 mention 2 aspects of poverty in the past and then the lack of job opportunity, and we have the income disparity poverty. Concerning the writing, يا شباب, we will be having 2 topics. Number 1, to write a story about the situation you experienced in the past that made you a better person. You need to mention the following: the setting, the character, action, order, and suitable ending. This is an example that you can learn from that cover the main 4 points mentioned in the questions. And then at topic B, we need to write an argumentative essay discussing the advantage and disadvantage of having a big family. We have some helping tips: advantage, support, fun time; disadvantage, no privacy, bad habits. This is already, we have as well as we have here an example that you can learn from. So with that being said, thank you very much for reaching this stage. I hope you get the most out of this revisions. I wish you all the best and good luck.